guys, my name is Madison. Today we're here in Dallas to meet UNT alum and fashion designer Michael Faircloth. Let's go. Hi, Madison.
Michael Faircloth, I'm so glad you're here today. Welcome to my studio.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Well, can I show you around?
Please.
Good. Let's go. Madison, come on in here. So this is the room where I fit everyone. So it has to become an intimate room where I can dim the lights, have it lighter, brighter, so they can see the dress in their own situation, how it will be. And I can tell today you're dressed awfully sharply in green, UNT green.
Oh, it's actually vintage Neiman Marcus.
Is it really?
It is. I thought it was fitting.
It is. I got, my double education because I learned all my technical skills at UNT, but I worked the whole time I was at UNT at Neiman Marcus learning how to sell these beautiful clothes.
Can you show me part of your process?
Absolutely. So first-time clients or even long-time clients, I present to them a series of sketches based on our initial conversation to get her likes and dislikes. And once we decide on a particular dress, then I present sketches to her. Say, for instance, this one here. So we're looking at ostrich feathers and gold lame here to illustrate here the look that she'll go for an actual sample here. This one here, and this really plum-colored velvet here with very Art Deco kind of style beading on the shoulders here. Luxe where we need it. Luxe, of course, on the bottom too, but the high shine versus the velvet is a really nice contrast.
Something I see in my job outside of UNT is the movement on stage and how performers look in their garments.
So what do you do besides?
I work in wardrobe for concerts.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I've gotten to work with Sarah Brightman and John Legend, Rod Stewart, all very fun.
When I was at university, my senior year, I had the opportunity to dress Cher.
While you were a student?
While I was a student, and I got to meet her at Neiman's when I was working there. She was so sweet and really kind of catapulted me then, and then working with other well-known people all across the globe, Mrs. Bush being one, of course, catapulted again my name across the globe, which always helps.
And that garment ended up in the Smithsonian.
Yeah, so I worked with her for 6 years, and that one garment that she wore to the inauguration is permanently housed, in the Smithsonian as in the First Lady's collection, which is wonderful. And when you're working on things like that at the time, you're not thinking about it's going to be, in perpetuity on display.
Forever.
Right.
Yes.
So in retrospect, I would have done smaller stitches or more beads, but can't worry about it.
So where did this all start for you?
Oh gosh, I wanted to be a lawyer all through junior high and high school.
How did you go from being interested in law to becoming a fashion designer?
It's kind of it's a touching story. My mother was dying of cancer when I was 18, and so she wanted to make sure that I had a career that she thought would be more fulfilling, and use the creative side that she saw in me. So we talked about different things and decided on fashion design, and then interviewed schools and decided on UNT. And she was right. Every day I make people feel happy and beautiful and confident, and it's probably more gratifying to me as a career as opposed to being a lawyer.
So what made you choose UNT?
So considering different universities, Parsons, FIT in New York, and then UNT in Denton, my parents liked the fact that me being a first generation to go to university, that they wanted me to have a 4-year degree plan. So the Bachelor of Fine Arts with a major in fashion design, UNT was the best choice. Starting UNT, of course, it was a wonderful school. The experience there on campus was very good. It was a very nurturing environment. Dr. Betty Marzan-Matil, who was our senior advisor then, I met her. She is with whom I interviewed to go to UNT, and she took a special interest in me and taught me a lot about the Texas Fashion Collection. It was there in that collection that I could look at garments inside and out, see how they were made. So that helped me a great deal to know my possibilities, to see how I need to sew and how I need to design and elevate my design and my talents to be at this level of these couture garments that we were seeing in the collection. So we talked a little bit about my process. You want to come to the workroom and see kind of how it all works, and I might get your input on some of my designs?
I would love to.
Well, let's go.
So Rosie, tell me what you're working on.
So I'm working on a dress for a client. After Michael designs it, I get a sketch. And from that sketch, I create a muslin. I take very, very close look at their measurements. Each client is different. It's not like when we do production. So in this case, we really like to accentuate the waist. And then according to their proportions, this kind of comes into a pocket. So it's a very flattering line. My job alongside Michael is that we look at their proportion.
The proportions are made to accentuate your figure, and you can wear just about anything you want if it's built for your proportion.
What would y'all say is the most important thing to keep in mind as an up-and-coming designer?
It's very important to listen to your client with your ears and your eyes, and your senses, because you can see her and hear her, but seeing her expression and the way she moves in the dress, how she's feeling, is very, very important.
Thank you, Michael, for inviting me to your studio, and thank you, Rosie, for all the information. And thank you for joining me for UNT Works. Don't forget to subscribe, and go Mean Green.